Pieces, pieces.
Greetings. What's going on?
I I guess my crowd wanted to immediate. I guess I guess they want to see you immediately. Hold on, let me set this up real quick. Oh man, you look amazing. You look amazing. Hold on one second, but I can't let them see you that quick. I'm sorry.
How's
Hold on. Oh man, peace to the family. This is your boy Mr. G, and today is Wednesday, April 27th, 2022. Today is actually my son Rashid Guerrero birthday, son, April 27. Today is a special day for me, not only because of your birthday, just because of just an amazing, I'm not going to say kid because you hate when I say kid, young man that you become. So before anything, I like to say happy birthday to my son Rashid Guerrero. I love you to death, son. Thank you for helping me be a good dad. Because we always wondering about how we doing as dads. As I'm blessed to have some kids that tell me, Dad, you're doing an amazing job, or Dad, you need to step it up. So thank you, son, for just always keeping it real with me. Love you to death, son. All right, back to back to the show. We got a special treat for you guys. I don't like to say trap with the oracle because I never feel trapped. Is always a blessing when I'm with the oracle, and I like to take advantage of every minute that I have when I'm in her presence. A lot of times, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with KT, the arts degree, but it's always a great woman behind a great man. And in KT case, he has an oracle behind him. So, no, my brother, he had to step it up. He always one up in me, but love him to death for that. Oh, I see KT's in the building. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Yeah, we got the queen in the building, and thank you for sharing her with the world. All right, so I'm not gonna hold you guys because I know y'all want to meet this amazing young lady. Those of you who don't know her, so let me prepare for her first. Let me get her screen ready. We get rid of this one. Hey, sis.
Greetings. What's going on?
Good to see you. Good to see you. First and foremost, I want to thank you for being on my show. This is a blessing for me.
Likewise, honestly, it's always a pleasure. Always pleasure to be in the presence of. And happy birthday to your son, of course.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna definitely let him know. I'm gonna definitely let him know. That's my little man. I was this morning when I woke up. I said I get to spend the evening with the Oracle, and it's today's my son's birthday, so it's just a double blessing for me today.
Ashe.
How you doing though? How you doing?
Honestly, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm actually here at the store, just chilling, closed up for the night, and I get to do this live with Mr. G, the official.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Um, I wanna. It was good to see you in Atlanta, and we got the part two coming up on the 29th of May with your hubby. So I'm excited about that.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's locked and
I
loaded.
got yeah, you already know. You guys did an amazing job, and I helped so many people. And I'm that KT need to take that on the road. There's a lot of people outside of Atlanta that need help. So maybe we could talk about that
Yes.
on a sometime later. But right now, it's all about you right now, sis. And I got some amazing questions that have been sent in from all over. And if you don't mind, before we even get to the questions, let me ask you about Dr. Sebi a little bit. Um, talk to me. You actually hubby is protocol Dr. Sebi, as I call him. That's Dr. Sebi 2.0. So tell me, how did Dr. Sebi influence you in any way?
Well, oh man. I first heard about Dr. Sebi long before I had met KT, probably, 5 or 6 years before I had even met KT. And elder in the community of mine told me, about him. He was a holistic healer and that he was a chemical engineer. And at the time, I was in college studying chemical engineering at Wayne State University. So,
Mm.
yeah,
Let's throw
so
that out there.
yeah, I had to because the elder mentioned that he was a chemical engineer, and I later found out, he worked on the boats. He was a merchant marine, I believe. I believe that's the proper term.
Yes.
But he worked with the actual engineering of the boat and all of that different thing. So it was an inspiration to me because at the time it wasn't really a lot of us in a lot of different industries in regards to just in regards to being able to see them. We care a lot about visibility now, making sure we're seen in magazines and have baby dolls and stuff for us. So just 10 short years ago, I was in a place, trying to find people that were studying science and into science like I was. So that's kind of like, where I really started hearing about Dr. Sebi from a very strong science point of view. And from there, when I met KT, of course, it just exploded. But what's interesting is I never got a chance to meet Dr. Sebi. So I've never met him in person.
Hmm.
Yes, and it's of course it's always a story with that. But KT and I had met probably not even a year before he had passed. I don't think it was a full year yet. So I never got a chance to make it around a meeting Baba Sebi in that capacity. So of course, anytime I get to hear a story, anytime I get to be in the presence of the people who were there, it's always an honor, it's always a blessing. And when people get to know me, hopefully through this interview, you guys will get to know me a little better. You'll see how much of a blessing it is for me to have find myself in this place that I'm in. Is a very unique position that I'm in. And it's a blessing because my life path really didn't, it wasn't something you would be able to see, where I started at.
Okay, okay. Well, let's get into these questions so we can find out who you are.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, the first question is, where are you from?
Woo! Okay, let's get into it. I
Let's do
am
it.
I am from Detroit, Michigan, America.
Say that again.
I am from Detroit, Michigan, America. I am from Detroit, Michigan. But no, I always put
Oh, okay.
I know, I'm doing a lot. I
I like
always
you made it sound real fancy.
because it is fancy. It's quite fancy, I must say. Very elegant over my way.
Okay.
Um,
Excuse me.
very, very, very high pinky in the air. Um, but yeah,
I
I'm from
hear you.
Detroit, Michigan, and I really enjoy the history, learning the history of different cities, especially the city that I'm from. But Detroit is a French name, and it means straits, like a river strait. So I enjoy saying the name, how it's properly said, pronounced, but that's where I'm from. I was born and raised there. I grew up in the outskirts all around, moved in the city, moved out the city. But yeah, the city raised me. That's where my family's from.
All right. Can you just hit us with that name one more time, the proper way?
Detroit. I hope the people who study French don't eat me up. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but I'm really trying my best. I'm taking it serious.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so tell us how was it coming up? And the next question is how was it coming up in Detroit?
Like I said, like I was raised in and around the city. I was actually, my childhood home was in the Boston Edison district. So anyone, who grew up in the city knows that that neighborhood is a really nice neighborhood in Detroit, and it's historical. It's a historical neighborhood, excuse me. And that's kind of like where my roots and a lot of my kind of home memories started. And I always been surrounded by family. I got a lot of family. So like, how was it coming up? And I'm like, well, shoot, there was school, there was friends, but then it's like family. It was always something going on. We was having stuff at our house. We was going to grandma's house. So I just grew up around a lot of family, and both sides, my mother and my father's side. And we were city people, living life in the city. It's the Motown, so yeah, of course, Motown Records, that whole lineage legacy is a part of
Hitsville.
my family on both. Yes, let me tell you, I grew up on Michael Jackson, Jackson 5, and all of those things. So I'm definitely proud to be able to mention that on here and be like, I grew up with that stuff. My grandparents, they wasn't about to let the moment pass. So I'm very seasoned and old school because of my elders, and I appreciate that good old soul.
You got that real singing in you. I well, every time KT is doing any interviews, I'm always the one yelling, "Talk to me about 26691." So one of the questions that I have is from someone can you please explain to me what is 26691?
Whew. Okay, here we go. I had the I don't even want to say the honor or the privilege. I guess I earned the opportunity to participate in a science fair. I was real interested in astrology and astronomy, strangely enough, even though scientists will say, oh, they're contradicting, the way my mind works, they're the same thing, baby. But I was real into the stars growing up, and yes, and science and biology and and math. I love math growing up. So I had a earth science teacher who was incredible, Mrs. Harold, and she just had all these different research opportunities, and I decided to participate in them. Next thing I know, there was a research group, and we participated in a science fair in Detroit, and we won. We placed as a group, and we actually had the opportunity to participate in an international science fair in San Jose, California, which is the Silicon Valley. People out there making millions can't even buy a house out there, and I was out there in high school living my best life for a week. It was kind of cool. And it was just a lot of exposure, getting to see the world, like it's another side to the world, type of deal, being like a junior in high school. So participated in that science fair. We competed. And this is like, trifold board. You're standing in front of your trifold board with a printout of your actual research paper and presenting to different scientists and industry professionals who are coming around and judging your presentation. So there was a real strong presentation portion of the International Science Fair and a regional one too. So we had to get out there and prove to people. But the research project was about planetary nebula. That's what the research project was about. And people like, what is that?
Oh, okay.
I told you I was into stars. I told you I was into stars. So we actually got the opportunity to do research at Kitt Peak, which is a national observatory in Arizona. And during that research, we studied planetary nebula, and planetary nebula is a dying star. It's just a dying star. And stars have a whole life cycle. They're born, they live a whole life, they have different directions they go in. Some of them become blue, red, orange, white. Some of them live fast and die young, and some of them grow old and turn into brown stars and collapse, and they become black holes. So we got all type of different stars and stuff like that. So we're studying these different planetary nebula and watching as these stars are dying, and coming up with a technique on how to identify planetary nebula. So that's what the research project was about. Just, I guess, I hope I didn't get too deep into it. I hope I didn't nerd out too bad. um, but
No,
yeah,
no, you actually did great. I was trying to get to the point. How did you get named after an asteroid? Was
yes, I
I'm
know.
waiting on that.
It's such a story. Okay, so we did this whole research project. We went to the International Science Fair, right? And then we placed, and we actually placed second in the groups division. And part of the prize package for placing, and we're talking like hundreds of countries, okay, plus all 50 United States, Hawaii, DC, all of these people, and we placed second amongst all of these different groups. And part of the prize package, they offer you different things, but one of them was that you absolutely get an asteroid named after you in honor of you. And you get like a little certificate, and you can even look it up right now.
Oh, I did already. Trust me.
And they got my whole government on it. That's why I'm like, just
Right.
call me 26691.
Okay. Actually saw it when KT mentioned it in Francis St. Francis College that same night. I googled it and I found you. That's why I got you logged in. My phone is
Oh
26691
my God.
KT, the art degree goddess. I got you.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Nah, but congratulations on that. And I like to see that you was already in the mix before you even knew what a KT was.
Whew, let me tell you, I got my own journey, but I for sure have always been into the science.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. So I'm gonna get to the next question. I kind of know this one already, but I'm gonna let you share it with the world.
Okay.
What are your creative talents?
Whew, all right. So no, for real, this is a good question though, because I'm just stepping into this space of accepting all the different parts of me, and it's like certain things you just can't ignore. But one of my creative talents is fashion. I love fashion. I love dressing. I love aesthetic. I love a look. I love, and because it's all a mood and stuff like that. So fashion, I sew as well. I'm a seamstress. So I'm excited to get back into that. Um singing singing and music, just music in general, and really like jamming and really like soul vibes. It's like it's more than just like singing and just trying to hit a note. It's about giving people some emotion and some love on stage. But that, and I'm sure there's some other things I should be saying right now, but those are my things. I love music. I love and oh yeah, science, of course. Come on, science. Anything pretty much science. I love astronomy, astrology. And it's a lot of creation that goes along, in that world too with me. So
Okay,
did
okay.
I
And
miss
I know
something?
about the singing because I had no, I want to say I had the pleasure of spending time at you guys' home, and I heard this amazing sound coming from the kitchen. Radio was on, and you was just in there going off. So I want to say
Oh gosh. Oh no.
you there, you there,
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
sis?
Yes. Can you hear me?
We good?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. My bad on that. No, I was saying how I just heard you in the kitchen. I thought the radio was on and it was you actually singing. That's when I found out you could sing.
Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, that's the good stuff when you catch them on candid camera. Whew.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, okay. Let me get to my next question. How do you get into clothes? Because I know you into the clothes. How did you get into clothes?
I mean, honestly, like I said, it really started back with my family. Like, um, it's just something I guess instinctual about my bloodline where they're like, you need to take care of yourself and present yourself properly and I guess whatever circumstance you're gonna be in. So I think that's how I really got into clothes. It's just like genetically and it, as far as like my lineage, my mom and my grandmother always loved to dress. So um always picking up something, trying to put something together, having and dressing too for like the occasion and stuff too. So my science mind is really kind of how I got into fashion and sewing because Trap with Oracle was like all about sewing at first. Like that's all I was doing was sewing clothes and making things by hand. So that's my technical mind and my math and my science and wanting to use my hands and that's how I guess it comes out with the girl. You can still change your oil, but like for me that's how it came out, like with sewing and making things. So with that passion from my mother, grandmother, and all my family just dressing and really liking aesthetic and really taking pride in what they have on and presenting themselves in a very I guess being presentable and being ready to present yourself to the world, just on your debutante, that along with my science, put that together. I was like, okay, I need to be making
Yes.
clothes. So that's really how I got started with the clothes.
Oh, I can see you get it from Mama. Every time I see Mama, it look like she just stepped out of fashion magazine. Mama be going.
Man,
Mama be looking good.
shout out to mama. Mama.
All right, thanks for sharing that with me. All right, my next question. This one is interesting to me. Okay, how is fashion spiritual? You have a metaphysical boutique. How does that connect?
Whew, oh my goodness. So I mean, it's so many different avenues and there's so much to talk about it, at least with me and why I'm inspired about it. But I guess to just keep it within a boundary, um, there there's so much in spirituality that tells you not to pay attention to the outer and that and I do understand that and I do believe that's true, but I don't believe it's functional for your everyday world. I do believe you need to at some point come into the realization that you need to dress for your environment, and just being conscious and self-aware. I think has a lot to do with your style and how you dress. There are people who just not aware, when it comes to their dressing and things like that. And I really want to bring consciousness to that because I'm an occasion dresser. Like I'm all about dressing for the occasion, and that's spiritual for me because that means I'm preparing for what room I'm about to step into. There could be opportunities, there could be danger, there could be all types of things going on, whether it's spiritual or physical, and preparing yourself for the rooms you're about to step in, knowing the room you're about to step in, and not being lackadaisical about the directions and places you're going in life. That's why fashion is important to me, because I do feel like, if we're going to be direct and have this kind of intentional way of living with all of these different parts of our life, with our eating and things like that, then our clothes and what we put on our bodies needs to have that same in tuneness. Whether it just be a plain ivory linen button up pants set that you wash every week and that's what you wear, because it is functional to your life, or you're more of an office girl and you have to dress for the office and make sure, but you still want to feel good. And it's about you and putting yourself in a godly place. You're not going to show up to church looking bummy. You're just not. When
Facts.
people show up to church, they come in
Facts.
with their hat. So you know what I'm saying. So and you're not going to show up to the garden in your heels. And that's what I'm saying too, with helping ladies to dress for the occasion, like certain things, you don't need to wear the open toe stiletto. You know what I'm saying? Like we could find a different shape. But other occasions you might want to amp it up. But how do we know what occasions those are? So really getting into the science of what you're dressing for and how to dress, and you know.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. I might need to go check out that so I can make sure I show up correct.
You be on point.
Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis. I What is a metaphysical boutique? I'm like,
Yes. So of course it's a boutique.
I had a high.
You said you had one now.
What is a metaphysical boutique? That's a question for you.
Yes. So um of course the boutique entails boutiquey things, clothes and nice things. A boutique usually has a niche of some kind, and my niche is I really try to gear my items towards well made American made clothing, natural fibers, organic hemp, cotton, bamboo, fibers, stocking those things in the store. So I have a lot of those different type of things, and black designers also. I have a few black designers. So my niche is really highlighting those things as far as apparel in my store. So that's kind of like my boutique side of the thing. The metaphysical aspect is I'm kind of an essentials type of place. At least right now I'm building, but I'm very proud to say, it's a really nice place to come get your essentials. I have, sage, a few select crystals, selenite wands, so different metaphysical things. That people use daily. I don't know if people are familiar with those things, but that's also kind of why I'm here too, to be a metaphysical boutique. And I don't know why I take music quotations. Let me take those off. A metaphysical boutique, because it's what it is. But because I'm also a resource center. So there are people who are dealing with certain things and going through things, and they're feeling a pull towards this, but they don't really know what they're doing or how to. So that's also why I'm here, to be of assistance, to help people along their spiritual journey and whatever guidance they need, not to guide them through their spiritual journey or act like I know, but to just offer that question of what do you need, what can I help you with, and teaching them about sage, teaching them about Palo Santo. So for me, that's what my little metaphysical boutique is. It's like a little my little corner of the world is what I call it, to kind of share what I have for the world. I hope I'm hoping
Oh
I'm
wow.
breaking this
Oh
down.
wow. That sounds like a
Okay.
no, no, definitely. I'm clear. I'm clear. I'm pretty sure everybody else is clear. And I like the fact that you mentioned Palo Santo because I burn that all the time.
Yes, me gusta Palo Santo mucho.
Claro que sí. All right. What type of spiritual work do you do?
Okay, so I really stay within the boundaries of hoodoo and I really stay within the hoodoo, like literally just the herbs. Um Outside of a few Bible verses that I may quote, or even there may be certain prayers I might say, but a lot of affirmations, a lot of very specifically written affirmations, and burning of the
What's
herbs.
your What's your favorite affirmation?
Whew. Okay. The one I say the most is I place a hedge of protection around my mind, body, and spirit against any and all harmful energies, entities, and thought forms. I call it to be now.
Okay.
So that's little affirmations I say. I'll write those things down. But a lot of the things I do within hoodoo, like I have a very specific agenda with my metaphysical practice, and it is to teach people how to spiritually protect themselves and to show people how you can use herbs, which is just another connection to God. Because it's all about the most high God for me. Um, Showing people how you can use physical things to connect your affirmations and your manifestations to the most high, and using ritual as a physical embodiment of how to get what you want, from the universe, from the most high. So I have a very specific agenda within this practice, to show people, like I said, protection, protection, protection. A lot of people are just spiritually unprotected. A lot of people don't believe or have the heart to protect their own aura, let alone them, their children and loved ones, a pet. Some people really are walking around empty and they're not able to get their generator going, their spiritual generator. So that's kind of like what I'm here to do, is push people into their self generation and their self regeneration, and getting people spiritually active and self aware so that they can start protecting themselves spiritually, being mindful of the environments they put themselves in, and learning how to say affirmations to protect themselves, as opposed to being unprotected, something happening, and now you're, trying to put something on someone, or, throwing curses and things like that. I'm very mindful of all of that type of work, which, like, why I said I'm very specific about the type of work that I do, because that's what the most high has led me to do. Honestly, God has just was like, straight up, it's all about protecting yourself and staying in your abundant space, and you stay in those spaces and you work your butt off to remain in that headspace. I'm going to give you everything you need. And I said, okay, God. And we've been good ever since.
That's what's up. So I guess that's how the Oracle was born.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
All right. Um, well, this one, it seemed like you answered this question already because it says, what services do you offer?
Mhm.
Um, so I got a general idea. Is anything else you want to add to that, as far as what services do you offer?
Yes. So, a lot of people do offer readings. I've done a couple in the past. I don't do specific readings like off tarot or cards or anything. I literally am a spiritual reader. Like, I will just read your spirit. And I will do it if I am asked. I don't really advertise it. It's not something you can book on my site. And I'm very mindful about my energy. And I'm very, honestly, when you step into that spiritual space with me, you should be very prepared for that, because I come with a very high level of respect. At least I practice that. At least with my guidance and my spiritual guidance, I truly try to practice respect on the highest level that I've learned, and giving that to a client. So just be ready to be in that space of accountability and love. And it might not look like, what people think it looks like, but I do readings, um and and I do a little channeling too, but that's kind of random at times, and it comes to me. So I don't just go start channeling people. Like, there may be someone that wants to speak to you, and I'll do that, but I don't seance or anything like that. So I think that's kind of like my services spiritually. As
Oh, okay,
far
okay.
fashion wise, I am getting back into making clothing, and I'm very excited about that. I'm in the store making clothing. So honestly, we could just go ahead and tie it up, because clients are clients, and people are looking for different things out here. So different, like prayer cloths, and prayer sashes, and spiritual items like that, altar pieces, and things like that. I'm willing to make. I love custom one of ones. So that would be something you can come in store or email me about, and we can talk about it.
All right, real quick, what's the address to your store?
Yes. Okay. So it is 1130 Chattahoochee Avenue Northwest. And that's
Not
hey,
Chattahoochee.
it's named after the river and the people. The child. I'm sure that's named after the
Okay, good.
tribe.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure that's named after.
Give us that address one more time. My bad.
It's 1130 Chattahoochee Avenue Northwest. Atlanta, Georgia, of course, we in the A. And the zip code is 30318. And I'm located on the third floor, Suite R. So just come up to the third floor, you will not miss me.
All right, that's what's up. Thanks for sharing that with us. All right, let me ask you one of my favorite questions. And
Oh boy. Okay.
um, are you a foodie? And what do you look for in vegan dishes? Because I, for one, ate at your crib, and you guys throw down. That's soul food, Big Mama house in there. So
Yeah.
talk to me.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a foodie. Like what? It's all about the food. That's probably how and why I became vegan is because I just realized I'm like I love food too much. I'm gonna just have to switch to these plants to like lighten the impact. Um because we's gonna eat around here. But no, I love food, and honestly, when I met KT, it was an entire rebirth for me as far as the culinary arts are concerned. There was like so much cooking and flavors and seasonings that I was introduced to during that time, and it set my whole game up. So you asked me like what do I look for? Okay, vegan wise, like I'm a world cuisine type of girl. Like, I love Indian food, Mexican food, pretty much every type of like ethnicity they can make some type of vegan dish. If you go Mexican, you can get some veggie fajitas. If you go to the Indians, you get some chana masala and some onion bhaji. I know Mediterranean food. Oh my God. I love Mediterranean food. So I just love world flavors like Ethiopian food. Love it. Where'd you go? Okay, we're gonna give it a second. Let's see. Whoa. Thank you for putting the address down, KT. Shout out to KT the Arts Degree. Woo! I don't know if I'm live, but I'm gonna act like I'm live and just keep this thing going till Mr. G comes back because that's just how you do it out here, and you don't stop. This is a cipher. Yes, we enjoyed cooking for our family. That was lovely. That was lovely. That was lovely. That was lovely. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. So yeah, we had let me tell y'all what I made for my family. So we had um these jackfruit burrito tacos, but it was a little spin because KT had to drip over the pot really quickly and it was just lovely. So I did this jackfruit. I got the jackfruit, I took it, I always rinse my jackfruit. And I did onions and peppers, and I did some chipotle seasoning, fresh thyme and oregano, olive oil, and I marinated it. I put it in the oven at 400 covered, and I took it out. And we have this smoke gun at our house where we can like smoke food. Yes, with different types of woods, honey. Yes. So I had these applewood wood chips. We put that in the smoker. I smoked that jackfruit out for my family. I honestly, because I know they don't really eat, like vegan. So we were nervous because we figured they probably stopped and got them something to eat. We didn't think they was gonna eat, so we were just making a something to eat, so that they would be like, okay, it's some food, like it was all right or something. But they actually enjoyed it. And I was pleasantly surprised too, because of course I want to get reactions and see if people like the food and stuff like that. But yeah, smoked the jackfruit out, man, hurt them. Pulled out the cast iron flat grill stove top griddle, transferring over to the next screen. Okay, real crazy, like, right? through the through the baked marinated jackfruit onto the griddle. We ain't done yet. We ain't done yet. We smoked it, then we threw it on the griddle. It's going crazy. It's going crazy right now. Okay. Oh, I know. It's the chick. And so I cooked that down real nice, gave it a nice little char, in-house grill char. You know what I'm saying? It was very nice. And the flavor was nice and developed. It was a little spicy. Some people don't do the spice. And I get that. My bad. That was me. But we made the burrito sauce. Oh boy, decided he was gonna put Burberry in the burrito sauce. Yes, out cold, out cold. He out cold. He out cold. So I'm getting the burrito sauce ready. Now, mind you, once you kind of grill the jackfruit down, I left it on the back of the grill. You push everything to the back of the grill, you let it sit. And after that, we're gonna be heating up the tortillas and stuff, getting that going. That's real simple, right? Throw that to the side. That's done. Burrito sauce coming up. So pull out the little saucepan. Foul, foul, foul. Ooh, pause, pause. It got too hot. It got too hot.
Keep going. I'm listening.
Oh, wait. So I pull out the pot. Okay. I chop up some onions. I don't chop them up too big, too small. Throw them in with a little olive oil. Pot going crazy right now, right? I get some little great tomatoes. I chop them up in half them up, real quick, like a nice little handful of them, right? Because I'm about to make a little tomato burrito sauce. I'm like, I'm kind of freestyling. My family don't know that, but I'm freestyling right now, right? So I threw the onions in the olive oil. I'm getting it in there, a little salt. I threw the tomatoes in there. And I'm like, I'm gonna do a little vegetable broth so I can get this sauce spread out. KT come like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this burrito over there. He put this burrito in and did a few other things. I don't know what he did to the pot, but it ended up absolutely delicious. My family loved it. And hey, it takes two, man. That was a team effort. We did that, boo.
Thanks for keeping it going, sis. That's why I love you guys. Y'all clutch.
All day.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. We good to go.
All right. Cool, cool. All right. Thanks for that. I needed that. You guys are clutch. All right. Let me get to this next question before something else happens because I want people to know about your music. Talk to me about talk to me about your music projects. I know you sing, but I need everybody else to know about this.
Yeah, so right now with the music, I got like 3 videos out right now. One of them with KT. And you can check that out at Who is Laree. But the music, what I have out right now is soulful, it's R&B, it's even a little bit pop. But where I'm about to go is really exciting. I'm really looking forward to dropping my project before the end of the year. Um, God willing. I'm preparing to shoot another video, so that's dope too. But the next single I have coming out, I really think is like gonna be like bomb. Like I should have been prepared to play a little bit on the show, but I really do love this song and I'm excited to do that. But I love house music and like dance music. I love to dance. Like, so that's kind of like my passion for music is kind of dance and soul and kind of them almost just primitive feelings, feel good feelings of just kind of losing yourself in the music, taking people there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I seen you warming up, and just warming up, you're in a whole different level.
Man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Okay, I'm looking at your skin, sis. You got to talk to us. How do
Oh,
you keep your skin so flawless and radiant? Talk to me.
oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Whew, I don't even know. Honestly, I mean it's a lot. I could say it's all about your lifestyle. I think it's a lot to do with my lifestyle. It has to be because I just noticed like even when I changed the type of soap I was using, my skin started talking to me different. I do get a lot of skin questions, and I usually tell people like treat your skin like baby skin. So I treat my skin like baby skin because I'm really accident prone. So I always get like a lot of nicks and stuff on my arms. So I have to be very careful with how I move throughout my day. And I'm like that with my face. I'm like that with like my arms and stuff. And I just try to be as dainty with myself as possible because wear and tear is a thing, you know. You wake up in the morning, you taking a rough rag and you just and you like, why won't my skin clear up? And it's like, you shaving off about 3 or 4 good layers that you gotta circles, the circles, but just giving, I'm like funny, but just giving really being careful with your skin, like baby skin. So I really do a lot of soft, like little baby touching, especially around my face, and sunbathing. Oh my God, you need to go to the equator.
Mm,
People constantly dismiss it, but I will never forget the first time I went down to St. Thomas. I had been down to Miami, and Miami, I love Miami. Like, I love Miami. It's great. But St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands, is something different. Okay. And I'm from Detroit, Michigan. So I can tell y'all, I didn't grow up there. So I
okay.
know that it's something different in the sun. And when you go down there, it made me cry the first time being down there. That's how much healing I got from the first night of me
Wow.
being in St. Thomas. Yes. So, you want to know about my skin and stuff like that. Yeah. Like going places that bring you joy. You don't have to have a lot of money. You don't got to have a lot of time, but being able to go and get that sun in the summertime, getting outside, getting the sun and working out, doing something where you're breaking a sweat. Cause I do feel like sweat has a lot to do with why my skin is nice. Cause I tend to I sweat a lot when I work out. And I think that just helps keep the toxins out your skin. Like really moving your lymphatic system and getting the toxins out your skin. So I mean it's a million more things I could say to that, but lifestyle, really start looking at your lifestyle for real. Every single thing you put on your skin, everything. Because people are you can't be dismissive when it comes to what you put in and on your body.
Great advice. Great advice. I was told I had a young lady here last week, and she said she don't put anything on her skin that she can't eat. So I thought that was some great advice.
That's excellent advice. That's excellent advice.
All right. So salute to Jessica Hammond, African
Yes,
Queen.
yes, yes.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Let me get to this next question. Do you have any events coming up?
Yes, I
Did you
do.
hear me?
Yes, I hear you. I hear
Okay.
you. Yes, I do. Excuse me. I have a pop-up this Saturday, April 30th at 11:30 Chattahoochee Avenue Northwest at the store. Um Stop laughing when I
I
say
just like to hear
Chattahoochee.
Chattahoochee.
It's Chattahoochee, 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 Chattahoochee.
All right. I got it out. I got it out.
I got to get it out your system.
Go
Okay, okay.
ahead.
That's all. Like we can't take ourselves serious on this interview, Mr. G. We just go sit here like two big kids. That's exactly how we
I,
feel.
I know.
But so
Facts.
it's gonna be off the chat, off the hooch. Okay. But we're gonna be outside. There's gonna be music, and we have two vegan food vendors coming. Dish Palette and it's vegan by
Mm.
Shalonda. And of course I gotta shout out Manifest Your Dreams, MD. He's another a clothing vendor and another tenant here. In the building. So we all, we're on our, unite. We're uniting and doing a pop-up and just getting people familiar with our space because honestly, where my store is, it's in a storage container, but it's a 3-story building of storage containers. So there's other tenants here, and it's really a dope opportunity to kind of shop around and really see what's about to pop off. Because low key, I'm like ground zero with this thing right now. Um, and it's actually about to get really really rowdy around these parts as far as just it being happening. The plant-based pizzeria location is about to open up right next door downstairs. So it's an exciting time to be in this little area, honestly.
All right, so you bring in the life to the hooch. I like that. Okay. And my last question, well, my second to last question, where
Okay.
can my people find you? Where can we talk to us?
Yes. Okay. So you can always find me on the gram. Okay. Insta. Everything is pretty much Trap with Oracle. Trapwithoracle.com. Trap with Oracle on Instagram. I have a phone number, and I'm
Whoa.
gonna tell it to you guys. Yes, I do, honey. Okay, it is so serious out here. I have a professional phone number that I should know by heart, and it is 1-800-229-4790, and that is the direct line to reach Trap with Oracle if you're old school like that, because I appreciate old school methods of doing things. Because we might have to go back to that in a minute. But I'm appreciative of it. Some people don't they really want to get off of the dealing with the computers and stuff like that. So you're able to call me, or you can even text me on that line as well. Ask me, if I have anything in store, if you want to place a phone order or something like that. So I do offer that as well. So everything else is Trap with Oracle, though, honestly. And of course, who is Laree? If you want to get into the music, we do shows in Atlanta too. That's the other thing. I love to get on stage and perform and really like start honing my craft. Mr. G, you gotta come to one of my shows. Like now that would be lit. so
Facts, facts.
so yeah, we like we'll do
Next
open
time I'm in the
mics.
A.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna just sign up for something and we just gonna go do it because why not? But I love meeting the different local artists and networking and doing that. So if you want to get in tune with that and ride that wave with me, please tune in to Who is Laree on Instagram. That's kind of the only avenue I have for that right now besides YouTube, but it's the same thing, Who is Laree on YouTube. But y'all can check that out.
All right, thanks for sharing that. My last question is, I asked this to all the healers, and I consider you a healer because when I come into your house, the energy in there alone is just out of this world. I feel like I'm in a different dimension.
Wow.
What does healing mean to you?
Healing for me is a very raw process. Um Really, because it's based off of kind of how I grew up and the different things that I had to triumph and still triumphing in my life, still overcoming in my life. So it's a very raw process. It's invaluable, it's thankless, it's embarrassing, it's nasty, it's all of these different things that are not pleasant. Um and it's a big mirror as well. Healing is all about looking yourself in a mirror and being able to be strong enough to say, okay, I need to change, or something's not right. Having that intuition and that knowing within yourself to know I need to do something better, or I need to get my habits together, whatever it might be. Because there, and that's the other thing with healing, is raw and it's nasty and it's all of these things, and it's in so many different ways. Like it could be a physical thing. Think about how you get surgery, and you might have to get a staple on your on the opening or something like that. That's raw, that's nasty. You got to heal from that. Think about the
Facts.
different spiritual wounds that we acquire in this life, the different stories that we share with people and our friends and our loved ones that um have impacted us. you know they a lot of these stories be raw, like, wow, that happened to you, you went through that. So just having
Facts.
that, yeah, man, recognizing that healing is something that is not cute at all, and it's nothing that
Mhm.
you wouldn't really know either. What Healing doesn't have a face either. That's the other thing. It doesn't have a face.
Mm.
You wouldn't be able to
Deep.
tell what some of these people have healed from in their lives by looking at them, but all you can come up with is these other judgments. You see what I'm saying? But you don't have a clue where they've come from. So healing is for yourself and not for nobody else.
Yo, I asked that question so many times, and that's the first I got. That one really had me thinking. I appreciate you sharing that with me.
Mm. Thank you, man. I try to really think about it too. Like, what is healing to me?
Nah. Before you get out of here, can you please give my people that 800 number again? Please give me.
Yes, of course. It's 1-800-229-4790. I'll say it again. It's 1-800-229-4790. Trapathorical.
Thanks a lot, sis. I appreciate you being here with me. I see you May 29th in Atlanta at you guys next event. And you have anything you want to tell the people before you get out of here?
Yes. Nothing. I hope I get invited back. This was amazing. I love talking to you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
G. You make it easy to talk to you. I feel like people really got a chance to really see like kind of who I am, what I have to offer and bring to the table. So I am eternally grateful for the opportunity to be able to join you here. I truly am, really.
Thank you, sis. Thank you. It was a pleasure having you here, and I'm hoping that everybody go follow you and they get to experience what my wife and I get to experience from you, from your husband. You guys are amazing. I love your energy, and it's been an honor having you here. Thank you, sis.
Yes, thank you. Send my give my love to the queen, please.
Of course, and give. Well, I'm gonna speak to KT later, but
I
give Mama a
know.
hug for
Y'all
me.
just y'all talk first.
All right, take care, sweetie.
Much love. Talk soon.
Much love. All right, guys, there you have with Oracle. That's my sister right there. A wealth of information right there. And I see Mama's in the building. Hey, Mama. Hey, Mama. You know I love you to death. KT, thank you, bro. I really appreciate everything that you do for me and the family. I see a lot of people here that I love. And I want to say happy birthday to my son again. Happy birthday to Rashid Guerrero. Oh, I see my queen in the building. I see my queen in the building. Hey, baby, what's up? Love you to death. Or love you to life. Someone told me not to say love you to death anymore. I have to say love you to life. So, baby, I love you to life. And it was a pleasure having the Oracle here with me because I get to speak to her privately, and I was so glad that she could take time out of her schedule just to speak to you guys. So, signing off and looking forward to bring you some more amazing people. And the numbers right there on the screen. If you have any people that you feel I need to reach out to, needs an interview or should be on my platform, just let me know and I'll do all I can to get them here. All right, signing out. Love you guys.